What's up guys, it's Liab here with another video, and today's video is going to be the top 5 water nat 5s in Summoner's War. So like some of my other recent top 5 videos, I'm not going to do any honorable mentions due to the fact that there's too many good water nat 5s in this game. So I'd rather just make a part 2 to this list, or a 6 through 10. If you want to see that, leave that in the comments and we'll get around to making that. So that's why I'm not doing honorable mentions, because I'll save them for that 6 through 10 list instead of throwing in a bunch of honorable mentions, because there's a lot of good water nat 5s. So I understand that this is a controversial topic, and I understand that my list is most likely going to be different than a lot of your guys' lists. So without any further ado, let's get into 5th place. Alright, so 5th place is going to go to Camilla, the water Valkyria, or Valkyrie, I don't really know how to pronounce it, but Camilla. So Camilla's first skill just attacks, and the second skill will be activated if it kills the enemy. The second skill attacks the enemy, dealing damage proportionate to the enemy's max HP and speed debuff for 2 turns. And Camilla's passive, when struck with a crit, reduces critical damage by half and removes all harmful effects. Additionally, it will cover 10% of its maximum HP each turn. So Camilla's skills are pretty good. The passive makes Camilla a very good tank. She's really basically only good in Guild War defense, arena defense, and Guild War offense sometimes. If you're a beginner, she can also carry you through a lot of PvE content, but that goes for a lot of nat 5, so I'm not really going to include that. So basically, she's good in all PvP, except she's not great in AO and she's not great in RTA. So that's why she's coming in at 5th place. 4th place is going to go to Praha, the Water Oracle. First skill, attacks 3 times and recovers 15% of the attack bar each time if the attack lands as a crit. Second skill, Predicted Future, attacks all enemies with an 80% chance to remove buffs, inflicting continuous damage equal to the number of removed beneficial effects for 2 turns. And Daydream, recovers the HP of all allies by 50% by putting yourself to sleep for 1 turn. So Praha, a very good monster, a great stripper. The main reason she's so good is because she has an AoE strip, so all Chloe's and everything else, she counters that. And also she has a very good heal. She's a great healer. On top of the buff strip, makes her a very good monster in a lot of PvP areas in this game. Good in arena offense if you want to use her as a stripper. Can be good in arena defense, good in Guild War offense, and good in Guild War defense. And she can be good in RTA because she can strip buffs, and she can also be a great healer. So that is why Praha is coming in at 4th place. 3rd place is going to go to Amelia, the Water Unicorn. So in unicorn form, Amelia's first skill attacks the enemy and freezes the target for 1 turn with a 25% chance. This attack will deal more damage according to your max HP. Second skill attacks the enemy to provoke for 1 turn with 75% chance, and counterattacks the enemy for 2 turns whenever you're attacked. The damage again increases accordingly to your max HP. The passive in unicorn form increases defense for 2 turns when you're attacked by an enemy. This effect only activates once a turn. So now the transformation into human form. Transforms into human form and you'll be able to use a new skill. The attack speed will be increased proportionate to your max HP in human form, but your max HP will be decreased by 30%. Instantly gains another turn after the transformation. So now I will read the skills in human form. First skill, attacks the enemy and freezes for 1 turn with 25% chance. Second skill, removes the harmful effects on all allies and increases their defense for 2 turns. Passive, grants immunity on all allies for 1 turn every turn. So that's a very good skill to have. So again, Amelia is basically good in all PvP, except she won't be all that good in arena offense depending on what your team you're in, because the meta is basically just wombo teams or whatever, like Lucian teams. There's not that many good monsters in arena offense right now because everyone just uses Lucians and stuff. So Amelia is going to be good in both defenses, Guild War defense, arena defense, Guild War offense, and Amelia is great in RTA. A very good RTA monster. So Amelia is just a good PvP mon basically. Again, a lot of nat 5s can be useful in PvE, especially for beginners, but as you get farther and farther, you'll start moving into speed teams and stuff like that, and Amelia won't be too relevant in PvE content. So mainly PvP content, with the exception of she's not that good in AO, mainly because Amelia doesn't fit into the new meta. So that's why Amelia is coming in at 3rd place. 2nd place is going to go to Psamathe, as I call him. I don't really know how to pronounce it. Some people say Psamathe, Psamathe, however you pronounce it. The Water Fairy King. First skill, attacks the enemy 2 times and removes a beneficial effect for 30% on each strike. Second skill, attacks all enemies and increases their cooldowns by 1 turn each with a 75% chance. And passive, goes back to the elemental realm at the moment of death and returns with 30% HP. The activation of Rageful Return deals the significant damage to all enemies, reusable in 9 turns. Another very notable thing about Psamathe is his speed lead. He has a 33% speed lead in arena, and that's one reason why he's so good. His speed lead plus his ability to nuke, and then he also has skill cooldown, makes him such a good monster. So Psamathe is just a very, very good monster in arena offense, arena defense, good in Guild War offense, good in Guild War defense, and again, a good monster in RTA. Psamathe's best spots are arena because the speed lead really, but all PvP you can use Psamathe, and that's why Psamathe's coming in at second place. So coming in at first place is Molong, the Water Panda Warrior. Now like I said earlier, it's a controversial list. There's so many good Water Nat 5s. It was hard for me to make this list. It was hard for me to put Molong at first because there's so many other good monsters, but after everything, I think Molong right now is the best water natural 5-star in Summoner's War. Again, it's very close, and I'm not saying that's definite, but that's my opinion right now. First skill, attacks the enemy 3 times, each having a 30% chance to decrease defense for 2 turns. Second skill, attacks all enemies 3 times, each having a 15% chance to strip, and stuns them for 1 turn. This attack will deal more damage according to your max HP. Reckless Assault launches a reckless attack that damages the enemy by 70% of its HP at the cost of receiving the same amount of damage. The damage can exceed your current HP, and the effect will be reduced to 15% against boss enemies. So this third skill just makes Molong very, very powerful because you always have to be ready for Molong to take 70% of one of your guys' health, which it can really, really, of course, affect someone. And it does the same damage to him, but let's say he takes 70% of like a Lucian, which doesn't have that much HP. It won't do much to Molong because Molongs are going to be pretty tanky, and therefore Molong won't lose that much HP, and the nuker on the other team will almost be dead. Molong, again, just a great PvP monster. Extremely good in RTA, great in arena defense, great in Guild War offense and Guild War defense. Again, arena offense, Molong doesn't fit all that well into a Wombo team, but I mean, you can use Molong in arena offense just depending on what team you're using, but RTA great, Guild Battles great, and arena defense great. One of the best monsters in all of PvP really, and that's basically why Molong comes in at first place. Just he's so good at PvP, and he's a little bit ahead of the other monsters in PvP in my opinion. And that is basically why Molong's coming in at first place. So that's basically going to wrap up this video, guys. Again, this is a controversial topic, and it was hard for me to make this list. So let me know what you guys think is the top 5 Water Nat 5s in Summoner's War. This is my list. It was hard to pick. There's a lot of good Water Nat 5s, but that's the list I came up with. So if you have any other questions, comments, or concerns, leave those in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video.